What's up, new stream? One of your favorite holistic health and wellness personalities. I'm Mikhail New Bay.
Double Junior.
About to do another episode.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get into why the traditional physical fitness instructor of the Western world lifestyle is becoming obsolete or irrelevant in this holistic era known as the age of Aquarius.
Yes.
We're about to get ready to start the show. Greetings to all those in the universe. I'm your host, Mikhail New Bay.
This is co-host and behind the scenes, Double Junior.
Welcome to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness radio show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. The radio platform that provides scientific, clinical, moral, spiritual evidence on how to reverse acute, chronic, and autoimmune diseases that create many illnesses in our lives, as well as providing you enlightenment on how to successfully establish a holistic lifestyle and a true sense of health and wellness. For more information, please check our website at www.whohasthepowershow.com. Please like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Synergy of Life. You can also follow us on Twitter, Synergy of Life 07. And you can email us, of course, at synergyoflife7@gmail.com.
You can also call us in at 330-752-2771. Also, we have a YouTube channel. You can go ahead and like and subscribe by going to Mikhail New Bay, WHTP Radio Network, and Synergy of Life Enterprise.
Let's begin our mental journey. Let's take a journey to a place where most of us have not ever traveled to in our whole lifetime. That place that's beyond time and space. Where we can be the most intimate with the universe in the higher planes of spirit life. That place is called self. What is the true self? In other words, when we hear the infamous ancient phrase, know thyself, what is it exactly referring to? Self is singular. To know thyself is to know the Supreme Being and everything else in existence. You are a part of the whole. In other words, you have a body, but you are not the body. We are spiritual beings manifesting through a human nervous system. And in order for us to heal successfully, we must become self-realized. We must become spiritually enlightened. One physical attendance at a church, synagogue, mosque, or wherever place of preference or choice that we may make an attempt to study the true self, that doesn't make us or assist us in becoming spiritually enlightened. When we have established a higher level of awareness and consciousness of the true self through self-realization, that's where we begin to become enlightened. To heal means to become whole. To become whole is only the true self regaining the memory of the whole self as a spiritual being. We must learn to remove the shackles of fear, especially when it comes to the fear of death. Many of us fear self by design, by false teachings, by religious mythology. Death is only disintegration of the human body. If you truly understand yourself as a spiritual being, you know there is no death in terms of the end of the true self. Spirit man exists before the body, during the body, and certainly after the body. The cause of death is sometimes best, because one is sure to find himself where he can solve his problems best. Death is no enemy of man. It is a friend that when the life of work is done, it just cuts the cord that binds the human boat so it may sail on smoother seas. Death is the opportunity to recreate yourself, to get things done that you unfortunately didn't get done in the physical state because you was distraught and distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. Holistic health is the only way to establish healing. Until we submit to this level of awareness and consciousness of what holistic is, we will never ascend onto the footstool of her throne. Thanks for tuning in to the show tonight. Today, this evening, star date, Sun in Virgo. some more truth for you, some more facts, something for you to grow and build on. Why in this time and era is the traditional Western world physical fitness instructor is becoming obsolete? Why is that? And at the same time, how is it that the traditional Western world physical fitness instructor is not only becoming obsolete, but it also has become a major contribution to the health epidemic that's taking place here in America? Alright, Mikael, where you going tonight? I'm going to tell you where I'm going tonight. I'm going to the promised land. Well, let's get straight to it. When people approach a personal trainer of a Western world ideology or mentality, the first thing they say, brother, is, I want to lose my stomach so I can get and do this two-piece. Or it's something pertaining to being vain. And the Western world physical fitness instructor actually promote vanity. They do not promote health and wellness.
Right.
Due to the fact that the Western world physical fitness instructor promote the same toxic lifestyle and diet that the Western world doctor does.
Right.
It's just plain and simple. I just dropped a big joke on you. If this was spades, it's over with.
Right. And we had a conversation about that when we first met.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. And you had really like opened up my eyes. I was like, that is true. Like,
yeah. He promoted look, not health.
Right. Because I was one of them people that was like that too. I was like, I wanted to get a 6-pack or something like that.
Right. Butts and guts.
Right.
You know, as a lot of that's like the cliche in the gym. So you know, it's a guy that used to bodybuild in Cleveland Heights, and he has cancer. Ooh. He got muscles, but his body is afflicted with disease, misery, grief, sorrow, unresolved resentment, anger, anxiety, and other stress-associated conditions. And yet, you worry about his buttocks, his biceps and triceps.
Right.
This man is dying. You know, it's a spiritual lesson called The Instability of Man. And it teaches the different levels of vanity. And how this lesson ends, it says, the heart of man cannot attend to too many things at once. He who fits his soul on show or the outer look loses reality. He pursues bubbles that break in their flight as he treadeth to the earth. What will he not honor? I'm fixing my soul on show, and the eyes is the window to the soul. So everything I see, I have a materialistic
view,
perception of life. I have a fleshly understanding. You look good, but you still lost. You call yourself looking good, but you still have not successfully entered the apprenticeship of woman and manhood. And you know, I actually, more than ever now, people who have so-called personal trainers come and consult with me about things the personal trainer should know.
Right.
You know, especially, and I have to say this about female personal trainers as well. You know, you got some, now, I think personal trainer is good when it comes to if you understand what true health and wellness is, and you have already established a successful holistic lifestyle, then you can benefit.
Right.
You know, but really, when you talking about physical fitness, there's no synergy in that.
Right. Because you talking about the part.
You talking about just the physical body, you know. But the physical fitness instructor cannot successfully life coach anyone, and they not doing it from a holistic approach. Because what you life coaching them in, really, nothing. What you saying? That's less than holistic. They already understand Western world. Hell, they already suffering from that now. You know, so I think what I was beginning to say was, you know, the great techniques, great methods of building the body physically alone, but physically alone is not health. That's the last part. I think it's great for athletes. I think it's great for cross trainers, and it's a versatile way. Or, you know, even for martial artists, even though martial arts is already a full workout. In other Western world sports, whether it's professional or recreational. But if you're just a person who's trying, who enters the gym with acute, chronic, especially chronic and autoimmune conditions, you're done. You're not going to push up, sit up, chin up, pull up. You're not going to treadmill your chronic conditions away. It's not going to happen. What do the word chronic tell you itself? It's chronic means long term. Well, even the drugs ain't working. They're not supposed to work. See, the pharmaceutical company don't create what's called cures. They create customers. So they don't provide you with resolution. You know, so
Gotcha.
It's, you know, the today's fitness instructor, if the today's Western world personal trainer does not submit to the truth and become humble to what holistic health is already all about, and they do not implement that in what they already know, they're not going to last. They're really not lasting now. I mean people who really pay top dollar for their trainers, and they learn more from me in that 5 minutes than they ain't never learned in school, the gym, nothing. And for all the females that's listening out here, I mean, I hope you really hear what I'm about to say. This is real. You know, a lot of these personal trainers do not understand the female anatomy. And a lot of the things that I'm aware of that a lot of trainers have them to do is only stressing you out more. It's putting more stress on the parts of your body that's already you having issues with. It just goes against the whole idea of you getting better and healing. It's really a unrealistic approach to that will never benefit you. You know, so it's time to seek out a higher level of awareness and understanding of which, because where people fail is not knowing and not caring enough to continue their education. Because the bottom line is, people in America never been taught about health. That's obvious. There's no debate. That's an undisputable, undebatable fact. I mean, anytime you live in a society where the leading cause of death and diseases is lifestyle food related, hello, you don't know nothing about what health is.
Right.
Nothing. I'll go up now, which we're going to do. We're going to do a little documentary. We're going to go up to people and ask them, what is health? What is protein? What is nutrition? I do it all the time. I even put money on the table at my workshops. No, people be scared to ask the question. They not. It's a win-win. If you get it, you win the money. I done put $75 on the table. I start at 20. People be scared to answer questions. I'll go another 20. And they still won't answer. It's a win-win because you might get the money. Even if you don't get it right, I'm gonna give you the answer. So now you know.
Right.
But people be embarrassed.
Right.
But at the same time, I intentionally do that to show them that you done lived all these. Because I'm tired of people, not me, but I am like
one out of the few.
I am like a spokesperson for those who still learning, or those who getting bullied on because they want to improve their life and their way of eating. You know, and people ask me all the time, what do you say? I don't never have these issues with people. You know, when people question me, it's out of sincerity. You know, because they know I'm real rooted and grounded in this way of life. And they know if they come ask me something, and 10 times out of 10, not only they going to get a profound answer, but that profound answer also going to expose they denial they living in, or them living as long as they live, and they don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
So
they ask me, especially like family members or whatnot, they're gonna say something like, "Oh, well, since you live in this particular life, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to try to find somebody on that same path as you."
know, that is so ridiculous. It's really the opposite. Man, let me tell you, man, I never had an issue with women wanting to know, men as well as too. But just speaking on what you said, brother, I don't care what that sister did. She inspired to put down her cigarette, her booze. They already know what they already know I ain't gonna get with them like that.
Right.
But I ain't telling them it wasn't no ultimatum. Because you don't give a person don't grow spiritually because you gave them an ultimatum. They have to go through the experience. So before we go any further, we're gonna take our first break.
Oh dang.
And we're glad that you tuned into the show. We're gonna take it to another level when you come back. Once more, I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
And this is co-host and co-producer and behind the scenes and everything else, Downblade Jr.
Thank you for tuning in to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. What's up, you string?
Yes.
Y'all gonna use the bathroom, do some push-ups right quick. About to take a quick break. And I'll be back.
Yeah. So what you want me to do? Just cover up the thing, or what you want me to do? You want me to talk to you stream right quick?
No. Talk to you.
Last Marshall. Yo, this is Don Blake Jr. Right now we doing a commercial. We about to play PM Dawn, I Die Without You, off the hit movie Boomerang. How's it going out there, you streams?
That sounds like a deleted scene.
Right. I got you, okay. This is Don Blake Jr. We about to play PM Dawn, I Die Without You, the song that was on the hit movie Boomerang. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it.
slide in like Eddie Kane.
No, hold on.
See how I came back like Eddie Kane?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
His co-host, Don Blake Jr.
The show that gives you everything.
Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed that selection of PM Dawn. I Die Without You.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
off that hit movie Boomerang. Remember that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You'll never get enough of watching that.
Right.
Never get enough of watching that.
It was a lot of big stars in that one.
Oh yeah. That was a big break. You know,
For
Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock,
Martin Lawrence.
Chris Rock always gave Eddie Murphy props. He said he helped bring in a lot of the other big names today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so speaking of Boomerang.
Oh snap! What's going on now?
Because that's what you see in America. You know, with the way we live it right now. You know, what's the course of justice to take place when we ignore our contribution in this historical global epidemic taking place? You know, what's the course of justice? I mean, what's the boomerang effect of that? You know, so I'll tell you right now, it's called genocide. You killing off your own descendants in advance, or what we know as legacies. What kind of legacy is you leaving when you got children born through your ignorance, whose life expectancy is shorter than yours and your grandparents because of what you have taught them to eat in terms of food for thought and food for the physical body? You know, too many children out here do not know thyself. They don't know the religious creed and principles of the ancient forefathers. And, you know, it's just what people say, it's a hot mess out here. Now, we was talking about before we went off the air to take our first break. We was talking about why the traditional Western world physical fitness instructor is becoming irrelevant today.
Right.
And that's due to the fact that this fitness instructor promote vanity, not health and wellness. That's not their scope of practice. Most of them are sick themselves.
Right.
And they refuse. Not all of them now. You got some good ones out there now.
Right.
You got ones who are humble, who are sincere, and they know they have to further their education on health. I mean, come on, think about it. I'm in a society where the leading cause of death and disease is lifestyle food related. I don't need, if I'm gonna last in this business, I need to have continued education. You know, I mean,
some kind of classes.
Yeah.
Some kind of classes.
And we in the holistic age, known as Aquarius. You was not gonna last hanging on to ways of old Europe.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And you know, a lot of people they have like, they already got their mind set. So whatever you say is just gonna be just irrelevant.
Well, no, it ain't relevant.
I'm just saying, not you. I'm talking about people that really don't know health or whatnot. Or
Let me tell you.
They know health.
I'm gonna tell you what they know. They know you telling the truth. That's why they have a fit when people like us come around.
And that's
what Cat Williams say? A Chrysler 300 look like a Phantom, pull up on the side of it.
Right.
They know they ain't healthy. But when somebody who really living this, you deal through it at your job.
Of course, that's every day.
Just with the questioning, they know what they eat is not healthy.
Right.
They know what they eat is not healthy. So they want to ask you 101 questions about what you eat.
Right.
You know, so
I don't eat that healthy. You know, I will say.
Oh, that look healthy.
Yeah,
I don't want none.
I don't want none.
What kind of mess is that?
I was like, well, you know me back then. I would like, more for me then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But what was that quote that you said? Not a quote, but it was more like, it was like a statement that you said.
Today?
No, it was like a while ago. And you said it, and we started laughing at it, but it was real talk, though. You said that don't be asking for my food if your food is 24 hours.
No.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
What I said is, you have disrespectful people. Mm-hmm. First of all, they disrespect themselves and their well-being. And let's say you at a social function, and you were personally invited, and they wanted to make sure you eat. They know you eat an organic, whole food, plant-based diet. Mm-hmm. So they have made special arrangements to have that type of food there for you because they really want you to participate in a social gathering. Right. So you have people there in they unrealistic state of mind and denial, thinking they come over and eat up the whole platter just for you, mm-hmm. and they got unlimited food to eat at this social event, far as animal based. Mm-hmm. They know damn well they don't eat what you eat, but that night they want to eat your food.
Just to say, yo, I ate something healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And think that's gonna last them for the next 5 years, like they told so.
Like 3 seconds, 3 seconds more.
Right, and they colon health is shot to hell, and they don't even have no absorption ability to absorb the nutrition in that. You just fed your parasite something good. Right. But besides that, I also said how I know what you're talking about. How people are inconsiderate. They know. Like here in Cleveland, Ohio, for example, we only have 2 Whole Foods in the county we live in. Right. Which is about less than 15 minutes away from each other. Mm-hmm. And we have a mustard seed health food store.
Now we have like
which is
3, right?
Which is
we have 3 mustard seeds?
No, 2.
2? Oh, it's 2 of them?
One in Akron.
And the other one?
In Fairview. And the other one is in S.O.L, Ohio.
Okay.
And so we have to travel
to get our food.
To get the food that we eat.
Yeah.
So we're a person who is dedicated and really don't give a care about how they eat and live. You know, their food is everywhere. Mm-hmm. Every corner block, every corner store, right. Every fast food. You know, you got a Giant Eagle that's open 24/7. Right. But Whole Foods closed at 10. Right. So what I said was, you have people who are so inconsiderate. They want to come to your house, or you pack. If a person living this lifestyle, they usually, I teach all y'all, make your stuff, take it with you. Right, right. So, and that's more economical. Well, you got lazy people here in the Western world living. They don't want to cook. They don't want to make a sandwich. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? A bowl of cereal is too much now. Right. Really? Yeah. No, that's just laziness. No, that's sickness. Sickness, one thing to be lazy, but lazy laziness is a sickness. so what I said was they inconsiderate, you know, to the things and the time, the effort that a person who's living this way, the things that we dedicated to doing to make sure we eat. Mm-hmm. Don't come asking for what I eat because you want to be nosy, but you're really drawn to what I'm eating. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to invest in your life and be healthy. Because you want a parasite. Right. Because it's too expensive. No, that's a myth. Right. And when you live in a lifestyle eating in such a way, mm-hmm. when you eat real protein nutrition, you don't eat that much. Mm-hmm. And you get faster. Yeah, and when you eat healthy, you don't reduce medical bills by practicing preventive health care. Mm-hmm. So how the hell is that expensive? Right. That don't make no sense. But true. You know, so it just don't add up. You know, it just don't. So speaking of that, so the traditional physical fitness instructor, a lot of people are leaving these gyms, and you know, at first, a lot of females, for example, was leaving gyms because they felt they was too extreme. Mm-hmm. But now, you find people leaving the gyms more so now because any type of physical workouts to extreme. It could really be something on a beginner novice level. But stress on the body is stress on the body. That's why I personally, depending on their situation, but most of the time, I don't start people their first week or 2 weeks doing exercises. I do energetic exercises from an Ayurveda, traditional Chinese point of view.
Right.
But just that physical stuff, because the body's already stressed, the body needs to I address the nutritional deficiencies first. Let's repair the car before we put it on a road trip. In other words, you know,
the diagnostic. That's what it's called.
If I can't get to the east to the west side of Cleveland, I'm gonna put the car on a road trip to California.
Right.
It's not gonna make it. It's not realistic. So it's not realistic that you put more stress on your body, especially if you got colon issues. Especially if you got enough respiratory. I mean, it's certain things you just don't do all that bouncing around, you know.
With the weights.
Yeah, I mean.
With the weights. Come on. So your body's already stressed out. Then you're going to add more stress on top of the stress that, like what you told me.
And speaking of stress, that's another question a lot of people can answer. What is stress? People always affirming they got it. They always affirming that this person, place, or thing is stressing me out. But what is it? If you don't understand the root cause to your condition, you can never remove it and get rid of the effect. It's plain and simple and plain. You know, so a lot of fitness instructors invite me to come to their facility. Then they start to regret it.
Because now everybody about to be drawn to you. Now, did I tell you that?
I've already do this for years.
Right.
You know, I had, I'm going to keep it real. You know, I had a sister come bring me on her radio show. Yeah, I want you to come in, get in. I want you. And I was going there to. She wanted me to come there and inspire her people. Not for me to actually work with them. Not for me to do too much of anything. And I still would have pumped her up, you know.
Right.
And I think, man, I'm gonna tell you why it's important. How it's such an honor when anybody come to me about changing their life, because every last one of us who participate in this holistic endeavor, you heighten the vibration of the universe, because we all connected. Every time a person chooses to heal themselves, they are part of the whole, and it heightens the frequency. Man, I'm telling you, it's deep, man.
Now let me ask you this.
Remember the movie The One?
Yeah.
All right, that's what you do when you heal. Remember, he had to cure all the rest of him in different multi-universe, so he got stronger.
Right.
So every time, vice versa. Every time somebody come on board.
No, I thought all of them would get stronger.
No, he wanted to be the one.
Yeah, he wanted to be the one, but like
he take on the energy of one when he get rid of it.
Yeah, and then that energy was spread on to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Then he was.
But he was aware and conscious of it.
Right,
they wasn't.
Yeah.
They didn't even know they can do it. They didn't even know about him. He knew about them. That's why he was the strongest.
Right.
You know, so he already figured out quantum physics and how to travel. They didn't know nothing about that.
Right.
So he was already ahead of them, of himself.
Right.
You see, so
So let me ask you this. Okay, so yes, you was a holistic physical instructor for I don't know how many years. How many years? Like,
you talking about me?
Yeah. Well, I know that you had many clients.
Well,
and I wanted to be one of your clients too.
Well, actually,
at the time,
martial arts is a holistic healthcare system. So as long as I've been in the art.
But how you feel about when they start your program and then they just fall off? Like, what goes through your head, or do you already know that this person is not going to go through? Because I know, like, this is just for the listeners. I already know the answers, but just for the listeners, like, you already know just by looking at them. You be like,
well, more so because I don't never anticipate anybody not staying on path But at the same time, being one who has lived in this 3/4 of his whole lifetime, when I see the things that I forewarned them about, when I see them indulge in those don'ts, I already know. You know, so, but at the same time, a lot of people do very well with me and for a quick start. And I tell them don't become vain. They have to deal with, they still leave out the moral and spiritual part. That's why they fail. You know, I do great work in far as for being facilitator of healing and wellness, health and wellness. So they see quick results. And you know, I'll tell you one of the most common phrases, for example, used by females that I work with. I haven't worn this size in clothes in 20 years. And they really start looking like Buddy Love transforming from Mr. Clump. You know, so they ain't dealt with their lower self. Even though I've been very dedicated to teaching them about that. You know, some people approach to me, it's out of vanity. And now I don't promote that. When I hear people, we ain't gonna mention no names.
No, you
know the latest one.
But yeah,
you know, but I want to lose this. I need to be. Oh, okay.
I need to be in a size.
Yeah. You know, and it ain't got nothing to do with. You know, when your person gain weight, that's the first sign of heart disease. So the weight is a symptom. You need to look at the deeper issue that's taking place. You got poor circulatory health. You know, you got poor colon, kidney, liver issues. You're not looking at that. So a person keep dwelling on and on and on about their butt and their stomach. Like, that's their whole body.
Right.
No, they don't never say, Mikhail, can you help me, coach me through, help me understand how to remove mental, emotional toxic patterns?
Because some of them don't care.
Hey.
And, like, the people that just don't care, how do you feel about that?
I don't really feel anything. Me studying life knows its opposite is death. I understand both. Me understanding sickness, I know its polarity being health. You know, understanding the pathology of disease, mentally, emotionally, on a cellular level. I mean, he who knows his lower self knows the illusions of the world. So nobody can shuck and jive me and lie to themselves. I just I'm like this. On a spiritual level, I know why they're going through what they're going through. But what I don't like and quite disgusted by, don't hate on nobody else who gonna exercise the strength you choose not to exercise. Leave people alone. People. It's a lot of females, for example, since you asked me this. They don't follow through because they still live in fear, and they need to let go of the negative person they're in a relationship with. That's not the way I wanted to say it, but we're gonna keep it PG-13 today here.
We're gonna keep it rolling.
So they still got their ball and chain. See, the eating part is the easiest part. Facing yourself and conquering the lower self is where they have their problems with it. Because they have false teachings of spirituality. They got to give up that circle, which they know they do, and they say this to me. This is not something I say to them or impose on them, but they so worried about what the next person gonna say because of their vanity. So they have a multiple of mental, emotional vices that they are ball and chain to, and that's why they don't make it. You know, so now the ones that do make it, like now I step up every month, every season, every year. You know, I always come up with new teaching methods of getting to turning the long distance into a short distance. So I'm just grateful to have the experience I have. Because this winter would be my 15th year as far as working with the public. Before 15 years ago, it was more selective here and there, and more so just my household. But now, I done some. I've been part of some amazing testimonies and recovery and healing stories, and just seeing that note, and I bear witness in the flesh the power of spirit. You know, so. But like I was saying about the personal trainer, the traditional personal trainer becoming irrelevant. They know, most of them don't know nothing about meal planning. You know, because they promote the same toxic diet that people already eating anyway. I mean, what's the meal plan for? So, you know, get rid of the word portions. You know, it don't matter. You telling me you got a shot of poison versus a liter of poison. Both of them gonna kill you. Right. I mean, your portion intake is shot to hell. You've been over the portion or serving limit all your life. Right. For real. If you see the proper servings that we supposed to use according to the FDA, United States Agriculture Department serving, I mean, we supposed to eat according to, man, we not following that. Right.
We just doing favors. I remember there was you had told me a story, and it was something similar to what I told the kid too.
What's that?
About the kid was acting out, and I think it was at a daycare or something like that, and the kid was acting out, and you was like, hold your hand up, and that's how much I'm supposed to be giving you or something like that. And you told the kid, you told the parents, and the parents was like on your side or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. That's when I worked for I was a teacher's aide. Or what I said was, it was an unruly child, and I always tell single parent moms, you better learn the power of the fork, spoon, and knife, the cooking pots, the aroma of organic seasonings. You know, coming out the kitchen. Because if the United Nations have figured out they can use food as a weapon of war, what's wrong with you in the privacy of your own home? You know, why is you don't never gotta fuss and cuss at your child. Tell them you help them make decisions by saying something like this. Okay, well, until you decide to do this is when you can eat. You're not telling them they can't eat. You putting a choice in front of them.
Right.
You eat when you do this, what you supposed to do anyway. So what this child gonna choose? Not to eat? Just because they need to do something that's right and that's in their favor anyway, or they gonna be stubborn and don't eat. So you teaching them a valuable lesson on the upkeep of themselves. I don't care how stubborn you is. When it's time to eat, brother, it's over with. Right. It's over. And plus, people in this negative state of mind or the lower self, they're not disciplined in fasting. It's the difference between not eating and fasting. I fast well. I had a discipline to do it. But I want to eat right now. I'm hungry. Right. I ain't fasting. Right. That's not the state of mind right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, when you fasting, you cool. You don't care who doing what. You know, so that's what I was saying at the daycare. When children ask for seconds, I show them the chart and let them know, according to the state of Ohio, you've been fed. You see this chart right here? Right. I don't have to give you anything else, legally and lawfully. Because and I tell all the single parent mothers, get your serving charts and put it in their kitchen. Put it in the refrigerator. Put it in their bedroom. Let them know, because you teach them gratitude and he should receive benefits. That's why a lot of children are ungrateful. Right. Because you didn't teach them the virtue known as gratitude. They're supposed to be. Right. Alright, so we're going to take another break. And once again, I'm your host, Mikael Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Please join us and return to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network.
Oh shit, dang. That's my list.
Make sure it's proper lyrics. Make sure the lyrics is decent and whatever you pick.
Yeah, I'm doing 7th Street. Yeah, 7th Street and Michelle.
Okay.
This is Michelle A. Something in my heart. another selection by 7th Street and performing It Won't Stop.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
Co-host Dan Blake Jr.
Who was that beautiful lady singing?
Oh, then you already know.
Right.
7th Streeter. It won't stop.
You know what, man? Let me tell you, man. Let me tell our listeners this.
Go ahead.
You know, I'm a very mature man, morally and spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
But when I seen that young lady, I was like,
because you introduced me to one night.
So she like in her 30s, late 20s.
She gotta be like 20. She like my age.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So she about to be 30, right? She probably was 30.
Probably 30. You want me to look it up?
Yeah, look that up right quick. Anyway, that's a 5-year lady.
We not stalkers. I'm just letting you know. We about to just Wikipedia her.
I see her video. Oh my goodness, she just
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Man, real smooth and graceful,
right.
Like a virtuous woman.
Right. She seemed like just like a cool, calm sister or not, man. Mm-hmm. But she looked like she would cut you out.
Yeah.
She would.
So
it won't stop.
Let me know if somebody come on. So we was talking about how to shop for a complete, or I should say, a true fitness instructor that's complete in personal training. Mm-hmm. And to be complete as a personal trainer, you must understand what holistic health is. It's just plain and simple. Without that, if you still continue on this path, worry about promoting vanity.
Right.
You know, on this show, we keep it real. I ain't here to pacify nobody's emotions. Right. Hey, you need to don't be in the same city with me, because I'm telling you, clients coming to me, they learning. In 5 minutes, they ready to swap out.
Right.
I
was one of them.
That's real. So, man, how you go in the gym, but you don't go into the workshop of the mind.
True.
And then as a facilitator of healing, I'm still setting the attention of healing. I don't care what we doing. And that's why people feel better when they leave. They ain't worried. They ain't talking about my muscles, my body. They talking about they talking about happiness.
Right.
Man, they learning. Mm-hmm. They learning about life, how to live now.
Right.
So you don't learn that in the gyms.
Right.
You just don't.
Because this is what they do. They put you on some kind of program. You doing whatever they tell you to do or whatnot. We working out biceps or whatever. Particular muscle group or whatnot. Mm-hmm. After that is a cool down session. Then you go on your way to going home.
And think you did something.
You think you did something.
But now you go back to your same toxic household.
Right.
The toxic relationship. The dog even toxic.
Right. Right.
The children out of order.
Right.
Because you lack the holistic approach.
Right. Oh, and she 29 too.
Okay, she's 29. When her birthday?
July 2nd. 7th.
July 7th?
7th.
Oh my goodness. You know the birthday that is, right?
Odd.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
But who?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know who else's birthday on that day? We know.
My great.
You know what? That's my second older sister's birthday too.
That's my great grandfather's birthday too.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder another cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Beautiful. All right, let me stop, man. Before somebody.
Well, anyway, we got some events going on that the Synergy Life Holistic Health Wellness Radio Show is part of. September 25th, 2015, on a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Shaw High School, East Cleveland, Ohio, which is the high school I graduated from. This is a event by HIP Cuyahoga, which means Health Improvement Partnership. The event is called Health Matters, Inspired Community Day. All are welcome. And it's a health affair. And they're gonna have breakfast, it's gonna present different resources. It's going to be focus groups, introducing new programs, network luncheon. It's going to be great. We're going to be there. We're going to turn it up on that whole level. And that's real talk. We ain't just in here talking crap.
Right.
Or what? You know, we live in our lyrics.
Right,
you know,
right.
So it's going down, and we gonna Synergy Life gonna have a vendor set up there. We are, if you are local or if you're not too far out the state of Ohio, we are open up now for internships for different positions. I'll speak more about that. Follow us on our social media once again, www.whohasthepowershow.com. And you can like us at our Facebook page. Just simply type in Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at Synergy of Life 07. And what else we got?
Email synergyoflife7@gmail.com. You can also call in at 330-752-2771. Do you have Instagram?
Oh yeah, I do. All right. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. You can follow me on Instagram at Mikael_symbol Newbey NEWBEY on Instagram, and I am glad to announce we're gonna have some beautiful video footage of y'all for all my followers and supporters. Also, the other guy, DJ, our social media is. We ain't gonna tell y'all. I
like to keep it silent.
Yeah, right.
So I don't want to get their hopes up, and then well, what happened?
All they say is
right. Like, don't worry about it. Don't be questioning me. Just enjoy the show.
Right. So.
But yeah, that will be what, next week. I will set mine up.
No.
This week.
We dropping the first video release. We dropping a couple of videos every week. They already done.
Right.
But y'all can't get it all at one time, y'all. We don't want y'all to overdose.
Right.
Now, we was talking about why the traditional Western world fitness instructor is becoming irrelevant in a holistic era. Why are they so intimidated? Many people ask me this. Basically, they promoting fraud. A lot of people misunderstand what wellness means. That's another question you could go around publicly on the camera asking, what is health and what is wellness? If you get the answer right, you can have this $20. They'll take the time. You will have some people that'll say something ignorant, but it's a playoff because they really don't know. So since I can't get this money, I'm going to act a fool in front of this camera.
Right.
But health and medical law simply means, just to keep it short and brief, free of disease and illness, or the absence of disease and illness. Now, when you bring in the holistic understanding, it goes deeper than that. Just because evidence is absent don't mean the absence of evidence.
Right.
So, wellness is your ability to respond to what health is. Health and wellness. You cannot have wellness without first establishing health. It's as simple as that. So, once again, the fitness instructor is not trained in the scope of practice of what health and wellness truly is. Now, why we got to put the word holistic in front of health today? Why we got to put the word true in front of love? We got to emphasize certain subject matters with an adjective in front of it, because to let people know, no, seriously, I'm really doing this.
Right.
Remember what our guest said that came on the show? He from Ireland. Remember one of the first questions I asked him? I said, I know he had a culture shock here in this toxic society.
And he said, yeah.
I said, what's one of the most profound things that stood out to you that was disturbing you? You remember his answer? He said, people say, have a nice day and don't mean it. Well, you got a lot of people use these words. Use words they don't mean. They don't know what they mean. Like love.
Like, for example,
health, love,
happy birthday,
family.
Like happy birthday.
You're the father. They say stuff they don't really mean. This liar.
100% sure that.
Right, they go there and fall out.
Right.
So, you know, I'm getting a lot of, y'all know how New Bay roll. Mm-hmm. Y'all know how he roll. You know, this the show we say what you can't say. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people I work with, well, I just say this percentage, this portion, they get in touch with me more than ever because they have become stagnated. And, you know, and we talking about how the traditional fitness instructor have to continue their education in an ongoing issue. So it's the same way as a student. You're never gonna stop growing in something spiritual. It's infinite wisdom in this. Mm-hmm. And you gotta you're a constant learner, student of holistic health, because holistic health is beyond the body. Holistic health is not physical, but you can experience it in the physical form. Holistic health itself is an awareness. It's a heightened consciousness. Mm-hmm. It's a state of mind that produces states of existence in your life. It's a state of mind that produces certain conditions in one's life. But in actuality, it's not physical. So it is your wireless connection while you are a spiritual being in the physical that connects you to the source of all things in existence. So when we understand it from this point of view, it's easier to access her grace, her benevolence. So now you said you before I go on off wrapping the show up, mm-hmm. you said you had a question about something, right?
Oh, you already answered.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you already
okay.
answered.
All right. So this is my wisdom. Mm-hmm. Here is my forewarning to those who have been stubborn about continuing their education, so-called trainers and gyms. You know, when you put yourself out there in such a way that you don't live, you are committing professional suicide. Mm-hmm. When you have so many people who are looking to get well, and when you start talking like you about this holistic business of helping people reverse or resolve their issues, and you can't produce that, you lose your clients quick. What I'm saying is, do what you do best. And you got a lot of people lying about, yeah, I'm holistic, this and that. Mm-hmm. Because clients are starting to ask, they are studying now, and if you can't provide that type of service, they're not going to sign up with your gym. Mm-hmm. You got cats out here buying. You know, it's
putting a bad name to what you do.
They put a bad name to what they do.
Right.
You know, because now you know we do everything live, spontaneous. Mm-hmm. Now you see this new stream.
What, you gonna answer it?
No, I ain't about to do that. I can't do that. You got professional people out here listening as it is. Uh-huh. But so what I'm saying is, as a warning, stop. Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. It's more than enough. We're in the age of information now. It's easy for somebody to find out that you're committing fraud. It's easy. It's easy. Especially when you meet them in person. It's easy. You know, people are addicted to going to the gym. Like, they're addicted to this toxic food. Mm-hmm. And they live in fear if I stop. This icky body.
We'll go back to.
But it's already that. Mm-hmm. It's already that. You know, tonight, it's just a warning. It's just an eye opener. You know, we're not going all off into the subject matter too tight yet, because actually gonna have some guests come on and we're gonna discuss this in a deeper sense. Yeah. And these gonna be fitness instructors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
These gonna be fitness instructors. I'm gonna be Judge Judy up here.
Oh dang. And I got front row.
So hey, you bold enough to come on this show, I'm giving you a congressional medal. So you know, everybody, if you straight, if you don't know, everybody get this hot seat right here. You gotta be real. You come up in here. I'll tell you that right now.
I remember that seat.
Yeah.
I remember that seat. But yeah.
So once again, you can always call us and tune in at area code 330-752-2771. That's 330-752-2771. Don't be afraid to call in with your question or comments. You know, be a free thinker. This is the age of freedom. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't judge on this show. Mm-hmm. We just demonstrate the facts and the evidence. So, any last words you got to say, brother?
Oh man, well, I was about to ask you some questions, but
go ahead.
No, it was gonna take pretty much like a half an hour. And I'm hungry, you hungry, so we just gonna wait till next week so I can ask you some of these questions, because it's gonna be the 5 top questions that to ask about being, just looking for
how to shop for a personal trainer.
Yeah, no, not a shop, but just for a holistic personal holistic health practitioner.
Okay,
the top 7 to 10 questions that you can ask before choosing.
All right.
And there's also an article that I wanted to read off too, but that's gonna be next week. So.
Okay. All right.
So nothing to put you on a hot seat. So
No, that's what I teach people anyway. So.
Yeah, just for the people that are seeking the truth.
They need to know that.
Right.
So I just want to tell you, until next time, take care of each other, love each other. I can't remember the rest of what Jerry Springer said. I gotta watch it on YouTube. I apologize. I'm your host, Mikhail Dubé.
Dombley Jr.
Thanks for tuning in to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness radio show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. And we out of here. Ustream, we're gonna do an exit move right now. Is you still on the air? You still on the air? God damn it. But you can't hear me.
No, they can't hear us.
Ustream still on?
Yes,
Ustream, it's time to heads and beds. Heads and beds. It's time to go to bed.
Yes. And time for me to go to work. I ain't telling you where I work at. Y'all should have been listening to them old shows. You would have found out where the hell I was working at. I got 3 jobs. You want to know?
Follow me on Instagram.
Right. Follow me on Instagram at I don't know what my password is. Any shout outs before we get off the air?
I just want to give a shout out to
Whole Foods, because y'all got some good deals this week. That was nice.
I want to give a shout out to a special person in my life. And I ain't about to tell y'all who it is yet. I'm going to have a press conference. But it's a surprise, you know. That's all I'm going to say right now. And I'm out of here.
And I want to do a shout out to all the exes that did me wrong. Without y'all, I won't be the person that I am today. That's all I got to say about that.
I ain't got a shout out for none of y'all. None of y'all.
All right, we about to... Huh?
It's off.